We've all been there, and we have all done it. Did what we promised we would never do, or did not do what we promised that we would do. Failure as a tool is better than letting failure be just failure. Let's put failure in its place. You do know these things, so do I. Heard it before, but I want to take this video to remind us again what failure is supposed to be and put it in its place. There are carnivore struggles. There are diet struggles. Even you're not doing carnivore, you're just trying to lose weight in other methods. We make those mistakes. And it can really feel devastating because we feel that self-sabotage. We've decided to eat something we're not supposed to eat. One of my biggest weaknesses is hamburgers and poutines. I'm here in Canada, so they like to make that kind of food. Look it up if you're interested. And if I make that decision, that clearly sabotages everything that I'm trying to do with this carnivore diet. I am overweight. I become overweight very easily. I look at a picture of burger and fries and I gain 2 ounces. How many of us struggle when it comes to weight? How many of us have other issues that we're trying to deal with? And it comes up. And sometimes you just get tired of saying no, and no. I'm so sorry. I don't know your name. I wish I could voice your name right here. Because I want to say to you personally, specifically, you are capable. And you are worthy of the work it takes to achieve your goals. You can do this. You really can. And you're not destined to fail. It's a part of the journey. But it's not the end. It's not the goal. It's not the finish. It's just a step. You can do this. You really can. And as I speak to you, I speak to myself. I can do this. I am worthy. You are worthy. You're worth the work. I am worth the work. Let's do this together. And let's conquer these battles once and for all. So we all do have our weaknesses. None of us are exempt. What are your weaknesses? You can even share them down below in the comments. Sometimes just sharing it with people who care, with people that would pay attention. Sharing those experiences can help to just get it off the chest, to get it out of our minds, and to stop obsessing about it. And this can help us move towards a growth mindset. When we understand our weaknesses, when we understand our triggers, if you will, this then can set us in a position of awareness and then make the choice to grow. A growth mindset. Yes, this happened, but this is fertilizer for me. I'm going to be a plant, and I'm going to use this to grow, to become better, to become taller, stronger, and more. And this doesn't mean you do more work. It means that we do smarter work, better work, stronger work, that we focus on being intelligent. I think another part that is vital when it comes to failure, when it comes to not doing what we have promised ourselves and others that we would do, is to embrace failure. This does not mean we're accepting it, saying, oh no, it's inevitable. Or, well, I guess I may as well give up. It's not about giving up. It's not about quitting. It's about realizing that it is a part of the process of learning, of being on a journey. Nobody got overweight like we did overnight. And there were moments in our journey of getting to where we were where we actually did do the right thing. But the journey was in a certain path. Well, guess what? When we make these decisions to change what we're doing, to change our path, unless we give up and change our path back down, mistakes don't change the path. Our decisions do. So embrace the failure, embrace what failure is, and use it as a tool to figure out where are your weaknesses. Like I know, one of the things I don't do is go to the grocery store when I'm hungry. I make sure that I have a regular time that I eat that I can look forward to, and I make sure to eat what I like. Because if I'm eating what I do not like, then yeah, the fast food restaurant has something to offer me that I cannot get at home. So I make sure to get that experience, not the food, but the experience at home. We need to embrace diet failure recovery. There is a recovery process. When you have betrayed yourself, betrayed your promises, betrayed what you desire to accomplish, we do need to recover from that. I think there's a place for feeling guilty and for feeling shame. I think there's a place for that. But if we wallow in it, that is not productive. We need to use that shame. We need to use that guilt for motivation, for fuel, to step back up, to stand back up and say, not tomorrow, not at lunch, not at supper, not at breakfast, wherever you're at. Today, I'm making this decision. In this moment, I'm making this decision. I am not choosing that right now. And just use that energy that we usually devote to hours, days, months of just feeling that shame and that guilt. Use that energy instead to change our action. When you get into the practice of using failure as a tool, as a stepping stone to get to the next place, you end up gaining emotional resilience. And all of a sudden, you are in charge of your emotions and not your emotions in charge of you. I say this about emotions. Emotions are wonderful. They are beautiful. They are designed and are an integral and important and valuable part of your body, a part of you. And they should be seen, they should be heard, they should try to attempt to understand them, but they should never be in charge. You are in charge, not your emotions. And when you put your emotions where they belong, then all of a sudden you gain emotional resilience. When we step into this, we end up taking responsibility. You know what? I really do try hard not to put the blame and the responsibility on others. That my dad needs to make sure I'm successful. My sister needs to make sure I'm successful. My brother-in-law, my best friend, whoever it is. I really work that it's not their responsibility, it's mine. That means if I fail, that means then I can do something about that. Where if I fail and they're in charge, then what if they don't help me to be successful? What if they do sabotage me? I have then no choice but to fail. But if I'm responsible, if it's me, then I can make the choices I want. And I want to be successful. And I don't want to fail. And I mean that as the end goal. I know there's failures along the way, but the end goal is not failure. The end goal is success. And I'm going to have that because it's my responsibility. So since I'm in charge, I'm going to make sure it happens. Have you ever heard the phrase, practice makes perfect? There's this gentleman on YouTube that I follow named Sean Cannell. I don't know if it really comes from him, but he is where I learned it from. And he says, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress. Every day that you make the choice that you want to make, that's progress. Every time you turn failure into a lesson to move you closer to your goals, that is also progress. Failure does not mean you're stepping back. Failure means that you've got to now find the new path, the correct path, the path back to where you want to be. Do not seek perfection. Well, let me phrase this a bit differently. Aim for perfection. Aim for the stars. Aim for the stars. Look, if you miss the stars, you at least land on the moon. Most of us aim just for the sky. or the valley, or we put those limitations. Aim for the stars, aim for perfection, knowing that failure will come along, and then use that failure to guide back, to move back towards your goals and where you want to actually be. I hope this video has been helpful. You know what? What's your advice? What have you learned when it comes to failure and accomplishing your goals? I don't care how little those goals are, how little the success is. Please share that in the comments. I'm really interested. And until the next video, I hope you have success. I hope you get to your goals. I hope you lose the weight, gain back your health. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And may you have an amazing day. Bye for now.